Hi, welcome. In Microsoft project, here we are going to understand how to assign an actual work, that is a completed work, in a fixed duration task. And we want to understand what is the behavior when we try to assign the actual work. So the same the functionality how to assign a work in a fixed unit is already you can actually watch it in the video given in the below link, or you can just search it how to assign the actual work in a task in Microsoft project, so in YouTube. So for this video, let us try to understand what is the how it actually behaves when we try to assign the actual work in a fixed duration task. So for that, let us try to open a sample project, blank project, and we will try to add a very simple demo to understand the behavior. So for that, create a task called paint the wall. So I want to paint the wall in 10 days. Okay, that is my milestone, and I want to start the work by Monday. Okay, so it has actually 2 weeks of duration, and set this particular task as auto schedule, so all the calculations is done by the system itself. And we want to view few columns like actual work, because this is the functionality we want to understand, how it behaves when we do some changes in the actual work for a fixed duration task. Okay, so we will also add the work column. Okay, so now right now everything is zero, because there is no candidate assigned to this particular task. So let us before going ahead and adding assigning resources, let us change the task type from fixed unit to fixed duration. So just go to the view and click on the details and the task form is showing below. So by default, any task, it's set as a fixed unit, so you can change the fixed unit to fixed duration. Okay, and just highlight here, it will set. So the task is a fixed duration, so that's what we want to understand. What will happen in a fixed duration task if I assign an actual work, how this task behaves. Okay, and now we will try to assign a candidate who is 100% available, that is he works 8 hours per day. Okay, by default system is set as 8 hours per day. It is the standard unit of work. So he's 100% available, that means he works for 8 hours per day. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign this candidate in this task, in this fixed duration task. Okay, so if I assign this resource 8 hours per day, if he works for 10 days, I can expect 80 hours of work by this candidate. So I'm just assigning and I'm just highlighting here. So now you can see that 80 hours of work is available. So that is what we understand. 80 hours of work is available for this task. So now let us try to understand what is meant by actual work. So if I give any work, that is the actual work is completed work, if I say that actual work completed is 20 hours, it overall, the actual work goes for 10 days. Let's say I'm saying that the uh, 10 hours of work in the second week, which is supposed to be done in the second week, is completed. That is not possible when I enter the data here. So it is always better to specify the actual work, that is the completed work, against the task for that week or the day. Okay, so for that we have an option. Just highlight this, select this task and go to the task usage section, and here you will see that this is the planned work, and we can view the actual work as well. So as of now, no work has been completed, and we know that it displays the timelines for each day. So we want to simplify the view. We want to view in a single week. So let us change the timelines for this particular task. I'm going to change that the weeks into months, and I'm going to change the days into weeks, so that it will say that at the top, that is the middle tier, shows us month, and the bottom tier shows us week. So it is very simple, and so now I can expect that this 8 8 8 8 5 8s is combined, and it will show that entire week holds 40 hours of work. So we have 2 weeks, so 40 and 40 will be displayed. Okay, so we have 2 weeks, and it says that 40 hours of work is available, and this will be completed by this candidate. So now the question is, if I say that actual work, if I assign an actual work in a fixed duration task, what is the behavior? We know that in fixed duration, the duration cannot change. That is, if it starts by 21st, it has to end by December 2. So there is no exception that duration can extend. So in actual work, in the fixed duration task, if I say that in the first week, the total hours of work is done only 20 hours. That means this, we have only one candidate for this task. So this entire 20 hours is done by this candidate. So this is what it explains. So the remaining, what happened to the remaining 20 hours? If it is a fixed unit task, this 20 hours, the remaining 20 hours will go to the third week. But since the task, it's a fixed duration task, it just cannot go and spend the remaining 20 hours in the third week. It cannot extend. So what I'm expecting is this, if I say that 20 hours of work is only completed, actual work, the remaining 20 hours of the expected work here will be added in the next week for this candidate. So this candidate has to work overtime for extra 20 hours for this week. So this is my expectation. So I'm just pressing the tab key, and now I see that the warning message, this over allocation cannot be resolved. To continue leveling other over allocated resource, click skip. So I'm going to say that I'm just going to skip that. I want to see what is the exact the result. So now I can see that this candidate has worked only for 20 hours, and expected the next week he is expected to work for 40 hours, but since the 20 hours is still remaining, it adds the 20 hours in the second week. So now this candidate is over allocated. He has to work overtime for extra 20 hours. So that is the behavior of a task if it is a fixed duration task, and if the actual work is decreased we may see an overrun, and it is denoted by the symbol. You can view it, and if you go to the Gantt chart, you can see that this task itself is showing in red. That means we have to look at something, there is some over allocation happen for this particular task. So maybe we can say that to maybe, as if just in case, if we understand that this guy is available to work 150 percentage, that means he works 12 hours per day. If you say that, then you will see that the over allocation has been removed. And now if we go to the Gantt chart, it doesn't say that there is any issues for this particular task. And if you go to the task usage, there is no red symbol showing, and 60 hours is okay. That's it. That is the 150. He is expected to work for 60 hours in a week, so that means this is okay. So this is a way to handle this kind of overtime allocations, and I hope that this video helps you to understand what is the actual behavior when you assign actual work in a fixed duration task. Thanks for watching.